Welcome to Baywatch. Our team is the elite of the elite.
Baywatch is a blast to watch, packed with fan service, and it definitely deserves a sequel. And honestly, it might just happen. After all, the first movie made nearly 3 times its budget at the box office. Sure, critics were pretty harsh on it, even earning 5 Razzie nominations, including Worst Picture and Worst Actor for Zac Efron. But we already know there were talks about a follow-up in the works. At a New York City screening of Baywatch, producer Beau Flynn told Variety that there were plans for a sequel. The idea was to bring back the original cast, including Dwayne Johnson and Zac Efron, along with writers Damian Shannon and Mark Swift, who wrote the first movie's screenplay. "We have an amazing story already," Flynn told Variety on the red carpet ahead of the screening on Monday. "We're bringing back Shannon and Swift, who wrote on the first one, and I know Dwayne would be in, I know Zac and all the girls would be. We just have this really cool idea to put them in this whole new world. We would take it overseas." Alongside Johnson and Efron, Baywatch, inspired by the classic TV series, also features Priyanka Chopra, Alexandra Daddario, Kelly Rohrbach, Jon Bass, and Ilfnesh Hadera. After Flynn's interview, Variety caught up with several cast members at the NYC event to see if they'd be up for a sequel. "Of course," said Rohrbach, who takes on Pamela Anderson's original role in the action comedy movie. "I couldn't have asked for a better cast on my first film. These guys are awesome. They're hilarious, they're loving, they're generous. We really were a family, and I think that comes through on the screen as well." Daddario agreed, saying, "Yes, I would love to. I think it's very cool to be part of a franchise, and I think it helps get other work. It's fun. You get to travel the world and work with these amazing people, and you get to make people laugh, so I'm completely down for it. I'm glad they had this in mind. This movie is awesome. Definitely my favorite beach comedy so far. The characters were hilarious, and their friendships were really strong. I especially loved CJ and Ronnie's dynamic since they were so close. The plot kept me guessing the whole time, which made it even more fun to watch." If you don't remember the plot, here's a quick refresher. The movie is set in Emerald Bay, Florida, where Lieutenant Mitch Buchannon leads the elite Baywatch lifeguard team. Alongside his crew, second-in-command Stephanie Holden and veteran lifeguard CJ Parker, Mitch keeps the beach safe, much to the annoyance of beat cop Garner Ellerby and his boss, Captain Thorpe. During a morning patrol, Mitch discovers a pouch of flakka near the Huntley Club, owned by the powerful and shady businesswoman Victoria Leeds. Meanwhile, he meets Matt Brody, a cocky Olympic gold medalist who assumes he'll make the Baywatch team without even trying out. Mitch puts him through a series of physical challenges and easily beats him. Just as the tests wrap up, a mother and her kids fall into the water, and the lifeguards, including Brody, rush to save them. In the end, Brody makes the team, joining rookie lifeguards Ronnie Greenbaum and Summer Quinn. A private yacht catches fire, and the Baywatch team successfully rescues everyone except City Councilman Rodriguez, who doesn't make it. Suspicious about his death, Mitch and his crew start investigating, despite Ellerby's objections. They sneak into the hospital morgue and uncover proof that Rodriguez was murdered. While hiding, they film Leeds' henchmen tampering with an autopsy report to cover it up, but they're caught, and the footage is destroyed. Thorpe warns Mitch that if he crosses the line again, he's out. Certain that Leeds is smuggling drugs through the Huntley, Mitch and Brody go undercover and catch her crew retrieving drugs from fish barrels. But before they can act, Ellerby informs them that another body has washed up on the beach. When Thorpe finds out Mitch abandoned his post, he fires him and makes Brody the new lieutenant. Brody doesn't want the job, but has no choice. Later, Brody spots some beach thieves swiping bags using a cooler. He chases them off and keeps the cooler, which ends up being useful. After finding another pouch of flakka, he uses it to swipe the second victim's report from Ellerby's desk. Summer confirms that the man was actually stabbed, not killed in a shark attack. Ronnie then realizes the victim was his friend Dave, who worked at the Huntley. With that, Brody finally accepts that Mitch was right. Ronnie hacks into Leeds' servers and uncovers her real plan. She wants to privatize the entire beach. The team sneaks onto Leeds' private yacht and discovers she's been smuggling drugs using the hull. Things take a turn when Brody gets caught and tossed in a bait cage. As Leeds gloats, she admits she bribed Thorpe to fire Mitch and replace him with Brody before shoving the cage into the water. Just as Brody is about to drown, Summer swims to him and gives him mouth-to-mouth, though in his dazed state, he briefly thinks it's Mitch. They track down Leeds before she can escape by helicopter, but she manages to grab Brody. Mitch fires a Roman candle at her while Ronnie and CJ launch the fireworks, literally blowing her away. Ellerby arrives to arrest Leeds' henchman and finally admits Mitch was right all along. Thorpe storms in, furious that Mitch is back, but Brody knocks him out with a punch, leading to his arrest for helping Leeds. Later on, Ronnie and Brody officially get together with CJ and Summer. Mitch, now reinstated, announces that the rookies are full-fledged team members and introduces them to their new captain, Casey Jean. That's where the movie wraps up. If a sequel happens, the story would take the Baywatch team on an adventure overseas, shaking things up with a whole new environment. But for now, nothing is set in stone. Meanwhile, a Baywatch reboot series is officially in the works. According to Deadline, Fox has struck a deal with Baywatch rights holder Fremantle to develop a new TV reboot of the iconic series. Interestingly, this isn't the only lifeguard-focused show Fox has in the pipeline. They're also working on Rescue High Surf. Lara Olson, known for Rain, the 90210 reboot, and Private Practice, has been tapped as the showrunner. Baywatch originally premiered on NBC in the fall of 1989, but was canceled after just one season. However, star David Hasselhoff and the producers saw its potential and worked to bring it back. The show found new life in syndication, ultimately running until 2001, its last two seasons rebranded as Baywatch Hawaii. Over its 241-episode run, it launched the careers of stars like Carmen Electra, Yasmine Bleeth, Nicole Eggert, and Pamela Anderson. And of course, it became legendary for those slow-motion shots of the lifeguards sprinting down the beach in their signature red swimsuits. Besides the movie, the Baywatch franchise also had a spin-off series called Baywatch Nights, which ran for 2 seasons from 1995 to 1997. The original Baywatch creators, Michael Berk, Greg Bonann, and Doug Schwartz, are on board as producers alongside Lara Olson. The new show is described as action-packed and will focus not just on the lifeguards' rescue work, but also on their messy, complicated personal lives. There's no word yet on when the reboot will air, but Rescue High Surf is set to premiere this fall, and Baywatch was once considered a potential summer series for Fox. It's still too early to know the cast, but given the franchise's history, you can bet it'll feature plenty of attractive men and women rocking those iconic lifeguard suits. Well, that's all for now. Are you excited about a Baywatch sequel, or are you more curious about the reboot series? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more updates about this and other upcoming movies and shows. We'll see you next time.